Stan, welcome. I guess to compare this quarter, the third quarter of this year, with the third quarter of last year, it doesn't get, in comparisons terms, any better than that.
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me. And certainly so, I think we're very fortunate to be where we are this quarter with a record-setting quarter, across all of our key financial metrics. But absolutely, when compared with where we were last year, as we were still, I'd say in the throes of the pandemic, before vaccines had been rolled out, before, I think some of the safety protocols that have been rolled out at the venues had been in place. I think certainly we weren't sure of what the future held. But here we are today, I think with vaccines being rolled out, a lot of safety and a lot of excitement around live events. And we're really proud of what the team at Vivid Seats has done to help the company get to this point.
Yeah, well, you really went in sports from having no fans to having full houses now. In concerts, you went from having no concerts to having full houses now. Is one area performing better than another? In other words, has the concert business come back quicker than the sports business, or is that just a meaningless comparison?
Yeah, look, I think we've seen almost as you said, everything came roaring back, certainly in the second quarter. And in the third quarter, we saw even more of that across both categories, with sports firing on all cylinders and certainly concerts as well. I've
used your service. I think highly of it. It's very easy. The tickets come to my digital wallet. I show them when I get there. It's a high competition marketplace, though, isn't it, Stan? I mean, there's you guys, there's StubHub, there's SeatGeek, there's Game Time, there's Ticketmaster. Everybody's got a marketplace for these. How do you distinguish yourself?
Yeah, look, I always start with, competition's great, right? Because it keeps us all on our toes and it makes sure that we continue to innovate on behalf of our customers. And here at Vivid Seats, innovate is certainly what we've done over the past many years, but certainly more recently, what we've rolled out is, I think, options that really differentiate us to consumers. We're the only marketplace, when you look at out there, that has this really compelling loyalty program in Vivid Seats Rewards that every single customer now earns 10% in value on every ticket. Beyond that, we have partnerships with DraftKings, with Rolling Stone, and we translate that into perks like surprise and delight events, as well as free DraftKings dollars for our users.
All right, that's very, very interesting. I'm very curious. I could spend an afternoon learning about your business because I'm very curious how it works and how and where you make money as opposed to your competitors. If, for example, where do you get your tickets, number one? Let's say I want to go to a Knicks game. Who is the seller of the tickets to you as the broker to me, number one? And how do you make money? Is it on a difference between what that seller you're willing to pay that seller for his or her tickets, or is it mostly from the service fee that gets tacked on at the end, which, let me tell you, sometimes can take your breath away, Stan? I'm not saying on yours particularly, but on these services generally, it is those service fees that come up at the end and you go, whoa, man, I didn't know I was paying that per ticket.
Yeah, and I hope now when you look at our product and you translate that, you look at that and you say, whoa, man, there's 10% on loyalty that I'm earning on every single ticket as well. For us, I mean, we're a pure play marketplace, right? So, when you look at the inventory that surfaces on Vivid Seats, a lot of that comes from, whether it's fans looking to sell their tickets or sellers who've obtained inventory to the shows. So I think we really just connect the buyer and the seller. And when you look at where the margin comes from, I think we've looked to be as efficient as we can on the marketing side. That being said, there are still costs to run the business. Anytime we can and deliver, anytime we can deliver and return that value to consumers, we do that, as I discussed in our 10% loyalty on Vivid Seats Rewards. We've also invested in customer service, right? We've been, 3 years in a row now, Newsweek's best customer service and ticketing. And we also have a 100% buyer guarantee so that buyers really have trust in the platform that they're purchasing from.